every country meets up in one place. It's around like 4,000 or 5,000 kids, and it's like different every year. There's Denver, Philly, Baltimore, yeah. Orlando, Dallas. There's so many places. This year's Baltimore. But like sometimes there's snow. And
there's snow in Colorado. Like there's snow.
It's different every year. Baltimore, Orlando, Dallas. Sometimes it's snow. That's how I
involved with the entire BBYO international order is what we call it. So we have teams that have friends in dozens of countries. We have teams that are going to camp this summer with teams from Bulgaria, from China, from Israel, from all of these. So we have teams that have friends. This is really hard for some of my kids from boys. That are going to camp this summer with teams from Bulgaria, from Rabbi Mark.
Where's that coming up?
So I'll keep going and I'll skip.
my life. Went hotel from hotel, going all over Costa Rica, and met a lot of new people there, and really close with them now. And after that, I started going to meetings. I think you kind of texted me to show up, and I did, and I fell in love with it since then. Yeah.
And again, these teens are incredibly, advanced for their age, that they are serving a region of over 800 of their peers. And so we're so lucky to have them here. And as I go through the slides, please interrupt if you have any questions. They're going to chime in if they see something or they want to add something. This is not a lecture. This is a conversation about BBYO. So I cannot press present, so hopefully the little screen works. And I think it's also playing audio out of my computer. You let me know if you can't hear it. But we have a video first to show our history super quickly in a snapshot.
Welcome to BBYO. We're so excited you've decided to join our global movement. BBYO's high school fraternity, the Aleph Zadig Aleph, AZA, and sorority, the B'nai B'rith Girls, BBG, represent the largest pluralistic Jewish youth movement in the world. BBYO has been making profound impacts on the lives of Jewish teens for generations.
The founder of BBG, Anita Perlman, once said, "The unique B'nai B'rith Girls way of life helps you find and express your Jewish identity while expanding your circle of friends. You now have choices of activities and also the choice of how much of yourself you will invest in this great cause. The more of yourself that you will give to BBG, the more you will receive."
The founder of AZA, Sam Bieber, once said, "To you just entering the portals of AZA, we extend a wholehearted welcome. Someday you will appreciate how much AZA will have contributed to the enrichment of your life. The extent to which you participate in the activities of AZA will be the measure of your worth."
BBYO has a rich history dating back to 1922, when 14 Jewish teens who were not allowed in the Greek fraternities decided to start their own group. The letters Aleph, Zadik Aleph represented Hebrew slant on the popular Greek-lettered fraternities.
On May 3rd, 1924, BBYO was officially born, and the first AZA chapter was founded in Omaha, Nebraska. Members of AZA would officially become known as Alephs. By 1940, AZA had over 10,000 active members and over 100 chapters.
The roots of BBG date back to 1927, with the organization of what would become the first permanent BBG chapter. BBG was officially established on April 22nd, 1944.
Alephs and BBGs have made some pretty incredible moves that have sent waves throughout their community. We've raised millions of dollars in war bonds, petitioned national governments, participated in hurricane relief efforts, registered voters for national elections, sent foreign aid to communities around the world, and stood up for causes like bullying, hunger, and poverty, and supported the Safe Schools Initiative, women's rights, childhood illness, domestic violence prevention, and more.
Though there have been many highs along the way, there have also been some less great moments in our history. It was due to the hard work of Alephs and BBGs like you and the generous support of parents, donors, community members, and advisors that we've persevered.
In 2002, with the help of Charles and Lynn Schusterman, BBYO transitioned to independence from its parent organization, B'nai B'rith International, previously known as the B'nai B'rith Youth Organization, who then became known as simply BBYO. After the split from B'nai B'rith, AZA and BBG's existence were threatened for the next few years due to budget and uncertainty about the future of BBYO. But as we always have, and always will continue to do, we kept rallying. Since 2008, when the International Board mobilized the movement to welcome 2,000 new Alephs and BBGs in 8 weeks, we have continued to grow our family.
We have dedicated our movement to the ideals of pluralism and inclusivity, creating a place for any and all Jewish teens to feel a part of our global family. Today, BBYO is the world's largest pluralistic Jewish teen movement.
We've had many defining moments in our movement's history, and we are excited to see how you will help shape AZA and BBG for the generations to come.
So that's a snapshot of our history that we will now deep dive into a little bit. And please, if questions came up, we will be covering it, but please feel free to ask. But we are very proud of our history in BBYO and the fact that we are the largest teen pluralistic movement in the Jewish world, which is huge for us and for our teens that get to be a part of it. A huge perk of being a part of BBYO is that Being a part of a synagogue is great. Being a part of a confirmation class is really great. Being a part of your Jewish club at high school is really great, but being a part of BBYO connects you to something larger. You're connected to not only 800 other peers across Southern California, but you're connected to countries all over the world. Teens with so much different experience and different levels of observance, different backgrounds. It really helps them connect to something larger. So we hit on the fact that in 2002 we split. We've been around for 102 years. 83% and over of teens leave Jewish life after their B'nai Mitzvah. Our entire mission in BBYO, as we are 8th through 12th grade, is snagging them at that point when they drop off. We don't want them to drop off. We want them to stay connected to their Jewish communities and stay passionate about creating Jewish community as future Jewish leaders. So we are pluralistic. And if you don't know what that means, it means everybody has a place in BBYO. Different backgrounds, different denominational affiliations, different genders, race. It doesn't matter how you present yourself. We have a place for you in BBYO. And we actively work as a community to continue to expand on that. If we had a team say, I keep Shomer Shabbos and I don't want to use my phone at an event, no problem. We will continue to evolve our practices to make sure there is a safe space for all of our teens, no matter how they observe. Even if it's a teen that says, I don't know the Hamotzi, no problem. We'll teach you the Hamotzi. And if you don't feel comfortable saying it, you are gathered around all of your peers that are saying it next to you. We just want to make sure that they are connected to their community. And we were talking a little bit about communities. So we are the Pacific Western region. You can see our tiny little arrow towards us. There are regions all over North America. There's 2 in California alone, but we're also a global movement. We are in over 60 countries, which is amazing. And these teens get to meet people from every country. Do you guys want to shout out some countries that you have friends in from BBYO?
Like the Netherlands, Mexico, Uruguay,
Uganda.
Yeah,
France,
Uganda.
Israel.
Yeah, and
Journey everywhere.
they get to meet these teens not only at BBYO's international programs, but also on BBYO On Demand. There's online programming. So for our people that are zooming in, watching this recorded too, you can connect to BBYO from your couch if that's how you want to, connect with us. So the best part is that it's team-led. Like other organizations where we are connecting Jewish communities, other Jewish organizations are led by the adults. They show up to an event and the adults plan the event for them. And while that's fine and dandy and they have a lot of fun with that, they have so much more fun when the teens in the room are the ones planning it, as they know what they want to see. Our teens in front of you have planned dozens of events for their peers, whether it was a regional event, whether it was a chapter meeting for 5 people in the room. But no matter what it is, they have full say. Of course, we have staff guidance. I always say it's like a driver's ed direct car where they're driving, but I'm in the passenger seat with my own wheel, my own brake, just in case I need it. And all the other volunteer advisors that are with them weekly have that same relationship, but they are driving the car. They are showing us what their Jewish community will look like. And also every chapter has their own identity, which is really lovely. So if your chapter, Beth Ami BBYO, wants to have meetings every Wednesday and have pizza parties at every meeting, you could absolutely do that. They get to really create their own community. And there are the 2 sides. We have the fraternity side, that is Olive Zadig Olive, and we have the sorority side, which is B'nai B'rith Girls. But together we are one siblinghood, and we all are connected based off of values, traditions. It's very sorority fraternity where there's so many traditions that your teens will get to see. As they join, there's cheers, there are rituals. It's very special to be a part of a 100-year history. And also, chapters are the heartbeat of BBYO. If we're doing the triangle, if I'm starting from the middle, that's going to be our base. The chapters are the foundation of our BBYO pyramid. Every single team is a part of a chapter in BBYO. And then anything that you choose to do in BBYO as you go up the layers is completely your choice. If you want to come to 1 meeting a month, amazing. If you want to run for a regional board and go to international programs, amazing. It's a build your own adventure. And every chapter has their own identity, like we talked about, that goes down to name. They get to pick their colors. They get to pick their mascots. They get to pick if they have a chapter restaurant. Do you guys have any fun ones to shout out? That's like your chapter identity.
Tito's Tacos.
We have like ducks as our mascot, and like at conventions or like events, we'll like have little ducks and duck people around.
Yeah, they all have really fun traditions that they do. And then they bring it to, you know, our regional too. Again, at regional events, they duck each other and they have cheers for their chapters and they have such pride in their chapters and their homes. And that's led by elected leaders. So there's leaders on a chapter level, on a regional level, and an international level, like you're seeing our 3 circles. And it is all democratic. The teams elect each other. It is not staff saying, okay, this team has really shown some potential. No, it's them proving to each other and electing and fully seeing, again, it's team led. We want this person to lead us. We want to see this person rise to the occasion. And we have 6 board positions in BBYO, which is really great. We have our president on the olive side, Gadol, on the BBG side, Nasia. We have our Siganim, Sigan. So on the BBG side, Sigan, or on the olive side, Sigan, on the BBG side, Siganit. And they are the VP of programming. They're the VP overall, but they're in charge of teaching the chapter how to plan awesome programs and how to calendar and how to promote events, which is a really great skill. And then we have our More or Mara. Do you guys want to talk about what that position is?
Yeah, so kind of what we do, like I said, we kind of do something called the 3 R's: recruitment, retention, and re-education. So that means like teaching cheers, kind of recruiting members around like for this chapter, helping you guys get more members to come, and also like making all of our meetings and events fun so people stay.
Yeah, I know that. Recruiting, yeah.
They're also in charge of the siblinghood and making sure everyone feels welcome, making sure that everybody knows the traditions and feels included.
Or like
really
regional hype person.
Yeah, you're the older siblings.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're like the bigs.
Yeah. Then we have our Shaliach on the Olive side and the Shlicha on the BBG side. They're the VP of Jewish Enrichment Services Israel, so all the Judaic enrichment things. So they're making sure that at every meeting, people know what the Israel current events are. They're making sure that they are being taught what are the high holidays coming up. They're being taught, you know, all of the things that they would need to have a Judaic life.
And when we have like high holidays coming up, like Purim, Yom Kippur, stuff like that, the Shlim, as well with the Siganim, those are the people who are planning the events, the like Jewish events, and also at stuff like conventions. Even on a chapter level, you can still get involved. You can still teach thought. You can read Torah. So many opportunities.
Yeah, and we have Torah service at our regional events, and our teams are the ones leading that Torah service, which is really special to see as adults. That what else could you want for your Jewish team than to feel confident in front of their peers, getting up on our bima and reading a Torah portion? How special, and talking about the Torah portion with their peers. And that is that network that is teaching them and making sure they feel comfortable and educated on that. Then we have our Mazkir on the Olive side, Mazkir on the BBG side. They're the VP of Communications. If they're in love with social media and promoting, and they want to talk to the parents and make sure you all are in the loop, and if they want to make TikToks, it's a really common position, and it's really important to make sure everyone knows about the things going on. And then we have our Gizbor on the Olive side and Gizborit on BBG side. So Ryan, do you want to talk about what that position does?
Yeah, so every chapter in our region has a bank account, and ways chapters make money is by having, you know, fundraisers, or what we call RCPs. It's kind of like RCPs are kind of like parties for regional chapter programs where you charge admission for. And it's great for these chapters to be able to, you know, take their money and maybe invest it in merchandise, they can sell and, you know, generate more money and
Scholarships.
yeah, all that good stuff. It's everything we do.
Yeah, so those are our 6 wonderful positions that help lead BBYO on a chapter level, regional level, international level. So your chapter, Beth Ami BBYO, is our newest chapter to be welcomed into the Pacific Western Region family. We're so excited to welcome this chapter. And it's a growing chapter looking for members to join to be a part of the journey of being founding members. being founding members of a chapter is a huge honor in BBYO. Chelsea is a founding member. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so we in the South Bay, we had two chapters, one called Austria and one called Brawl. And we were very strong in community. We all loved each other. We had amazing meetings, but we did have a lack in recruitment and we didn't have a lot of members. So we decided to merge and we started from the bottom up. That means both of these chapter boards had to come together and we created a chapter name. We made up our constitution, which is basically everything that our chapter is about. Like we said before, we chose colors, we had our numbers picked out, the range of where our chapter is going to be. We could like choose like where our meetings are going to be and so much. And it's honestly an honor. It's so cool to like have my name on the constitution and be able to kind of like help all the members in my chapter grow and make our chapter even better.
You guys really be making all the, starts of the traditions and everything, so it's awesome.
Yeah, it's a really big honor, and it is also really fun that on BBYO, it's both open to Temple members and non-Temple members, but if you are a Temple member, your membership will be gifted to you. So it's super easy to join. And then it is based out of the synagogue, but again, it's open to everybody, and it's also open to everything in our region. So you can attend all regional events all over Southern California, and it taps you into the international order of all the different offerings, which we'll dive into.
And we have so many other temple chapters. It's not
Yes.
just you guys. We have, so many in LA.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and it's open to 8th through 12th graders. So again, we're trying to snag them right after their bar and bat mitzvah. We say you are going to stay in the Jewish community, and so you will be a part of a BBYO chapter, which is not, a new thing for us. We have a lot of BBYO chapters, so you still have the fraternity side and the sorority side, but they are meeting in a co-ed weekly environment because we know that a lot of teens coming from a synagogue are used to confirmation classes, which are co-ed. So it is dipping your toe into the siblinghood. And Chelsea's a part of a BBYO chapter. Do you want to talk about, the perks of it?
Yeah, it's honestly so much fun because a lot of chapters, if they were just BBG or AZA, they do like a lot of joint meetings. I know that their chapter JFK has another chapter code name where they do a lot of sibling meetings. So it's kind of like we can do everything together and it's really fun. We get even more people at our events.
Yeah.
And it's also really cool because we can still teach our traditions. Like we have a weekly cheer. So the AZAs will go on one side of the room and the BBGs will go on the other. And we kind of have like a little competition at the start of our meetings and it's always really fun.
Yeah, so this is a BBYO chapter. So some specifics about how to get involved in BBYO. So how to join is you will go onto our BBYO website and sign up for membership. You'll, put in your information. And if you are a synagogue member, you will have a code to put in to get it for free. All outside members is $249 for a lifetime membership. One-time fee, whether you're joining in 8th grade, whether you're joining in 12th grade, it doesn't matter. It's just the one-time fee to join BBYO. And it's good until you graduate high school. Chapter meetings, they are typically free. We see that's common, that on a weekly basis, they're just gathering, unless there's a small fee if they're having food or a program to cover it. Or if their chapter is really great at fundraising, then they don't have to charge anything because they have chapter funds. Same thing with chapter events. They're typically a small fee to cover food. And then regional events, they range. So whether it is a small city kickoff, it could be $30. Our regional kickoff is usually around $80. We have weekend overnights at a camp, which is the best time of the year. We have 2 a year. And those range in the 300, 400 range. And we always have scholarship available for anything. We don't want money to ever be a barrier for any teen joining our community. And then international ranges, because obviously it includes flights. So you're paying for yourself to get there, but then also you are, if you're going to a camp, that is a 2-week-long camp. Or if you're going on a BBYO passport trip, like what Ryan talked about, which is our traveling trips, a teen tour is more expensive. But of course, as always, there is scholarship. So the next steps still to come for this chapter, what to look forward to. So save the date for kickoff week. You guys will be having your first kickoff at the synagogue, which is so exciting. Probably be a pizza night, a movie night, a game night, something like that we'll work with the teens to plan. And that'll be the week of August 31st to September 6th. Down the road, this is a year snapshot of, the first year. So you guys will elect your first board of any teens interested of holding a position, and we will teach you everything you need to know about the position. The founding members will get to choose the chapter identity. Again, what's your name? Are you keeping, Beth on BBYO? Are you choosing something like JFK AZA? Or are you picking your color is red, whatever you all want to choose? And you'll start in the fall attending regional events. If you're interested, there are tons of regional events all over Southern California that you are open to coming to, starting with our yacht party. So for the last 2 years, our kickoff, this is on August 30th. Our yacht party, we've had over 400 teens from all over Southern California, from Santa Barbara to San Diego, attend our yacht party in Marina del Rey. It is such a good time. The teens come on our 2-hour-long Marina del Rey cruise, and it's a full dinner buffet. There's games, there's a DJ. Think of like a bat mitzvah on a yacht. It's really fun.
Meet new people, see old friends.
Like there's almost like 400 teams I think we had on our last one, and it's so fun because you'll just turn around and meet just so many new people all over, and then you'll see those people at conventions and your chapter events and just make those connections so quickly.
Yes, it is really nice to get on a boat with a bunch of teens just like you and, meet new people. And there's lounges to hang out in. If you don't know anybody coming in, you'll be able to meet people. So that registration is live. We're happy to send out the email after, but the tiny URL is tiny.cc/PWR Yacht 26. So you could absolutely go sign up for that. And again, we touched on the region, but you would be joining our region, which is super exciting. The Pacific Western region spans from Santa Barbara to San Diego. We have over 800 teens and over 20 chapters, and each chapter could have events, meetings with each other. We have teens that, are not very far from y'all. We have chapters that are not very far from y'all. So if you want to have a game night on a Shabbat dinner or game night, you guys can plan that with your other friends. And there are so many annual events that teens can participate in throughout the year. So just a fun list. We have our yacht party. Then PWR Pups is 8th and 9th grade event planned by our 2 Maureen. Do you guys want to touch on PWR Pups?
Yeah, so it's an awesome event for underclassmen, 8th and 9th graders only, so they get to meet each other. Last year we had one at a pumpkin patch, and I got to go to a golf one, which was so much fun. It's great to just like easily meet people, especially BBYO is ranged from 8th to 12th graders, so it's nice when you kind of like make a connection with your grade and then get to kind of be with each other throughout like your time.
They're going to meet the people you see constantly over and over again. So it's really just like one big thing. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and then Battle of the Cabins is our Color Wars Maccabi style camp weekend. We go to Camp Bob Waldorf in Glendale, and we love Camp Bob Waldorf. We've been going there for years, and we're very excited to continue. It is a beautiful camp if you've never been there. And that is a weekend where they get put into a cabin with new friends. They get given a color, and we just have fun bonding games the whole weekend. We have really special Shabbat moments. And then we have Global Shabbat, which is our big Shabbat night where everybody in LA, all families, alumni, grandparents, aunts, uncles, whoever want to come are invited to our Shabbat dinner. And everybody in the world celebrates Shabbat on the same night, which is really special. We have our spring kickoff. We are thinking we're doing ice skating again because it was a big hit this year. We had almost 200 kids at our ice skating event. International convention, we will deep dive that next. We sent one of the largest delegations with us. We had over 200 kids go to, where was it this year? Philadelphia. We had over 200 kids in Philadelphia with us this year. And it's always over President's Day weekend. And then PWR Pups again, we have it each semester. Bonding Day is a really fun day where all of our members of our region come together. They're thinking of making it a field day this year, maybe a beach day. And then Spring Convention is our spring Shabbaton weekend at Camp Bob Waldorf, where they get inducted into the region and they get added to a BBYO family. Again, if you're familiar with fraternity sororities, they get a big or a little. So that's just a snapshot. There's dozens of more events that get added because chapters host for the region all the time. But that's the region and our events. Now we're getting to the big guy. So International Convention is it's a weekend where over 3,000 teens from all over the globe come together for the largest teen gathering in the world, which is so special as an adult to see all these teens together celebrating Shabbat, doing Havdalah all together. doing Shabbat dinner, seeing from world-class speakers. You guys want to shout out some of your favorite past speakers or entertainers?
They talked to Benningfield. We met Amy.
Was it Schumer?
Yes, Amy Schumer. She was from Pitch Perfect.
Yeah. Rebel Wilson.
What
Yes,
was
yes, yes. Not Amy. Not that Amy.
Yes, I mean, Lee, Rock.
We also had Barack Obama back in the day speak to us. We had had
The governor.
of Philly.
yeah, the governor of Philly. We have who was the journalist that spoke with us? World class journalist. We have people. Yes, Noah Tishby. Thank you. We have incredible speakers at IC where they get to have educational speakers because that's important for them to hear. But then they also get private concerts and they also get to meet celebrities like, you know, again, football players, basketball players. Everybody has somebody at IC, which is very exciting. And just to show you a very quick snapshot of IC, this is the IC from last year, not this year, last year. That was in Denver, where our team saw snow for the first time and didn't know what to do with themselves. It was so fun to watch. There we go. And all led by teams, so there's teams from all different regions around the city moving fun together. And we did it on the first day, there was a huge like where the index for this the beginning ceremony was basically we thought in the all that out and so we just see all of the regions and fly all very like excited to show off.
It's amazing.
So it is a very special weekend. Again, as I said, as an adult, nothing warms your heart more than seeing 4,000 dedicated Jewish teens that are there because they love being a part of a Jewish community and seeing Holocaust survivors on that stage with 14-year-old Jewish teen leaders speaking in front of 4,000 of their peers, and nothing is more special. So not only do we have IC, we also have summer. So as we approach summer, there are a few things if you want to tap into BBYO summer, but we have 4 options for you that are leadership based. So we have CLTC, which is focused towards chapter leaders, so chapter leadership training conference. We have ILTC, which is more towards regional leaders, like you see on this stage, international leadership training conference, international Kala, which is teens finding their Jewish identities actively at camp, which is so special, and learning how to be Judaically intelligent Jewish leaders. And then ILSI is basically ILTC, but they do it in Israel. And we are very, very lucky to be sending our teens to Israel this summer. And then there's BBYO Passport, which are teen tours. We offer 20 plus trips for every teen to go anywhere in the world. Costa Rica, which I know Ryan went on, everywhere. So do you guys want to shout out? You want to start with Passport and your experience of Passport?
Yeah, it was, the time of my life. I can remember we did Shabbat on the beach one night. We went surfing, we made chocolate from like cocoa pods. It was just a really awesome experience. Some of the more meaningful stuff we did, we went to local villages and help the people out. You know, we made furniture one day. Yeah, I really just had a time of my life. I recommend it to anybody.
Do you guys want to talk about, Sammy, you went on Kala, correct?
I went on CLTC and Kala.
Amazing. Do you want to talk about Kala?
Yeah, so Kala is basically, ILCC and Kala, are both held at Cronin Camp in the Pocono Mountains in Pennsylvania. And ILCC is, more towards leadership, trying to grow yourself as a leader, running for regional board, like I did. That's what I did. I went summer of 2024. But you can also do both, which is 6 weeks, and that's called full perm. And I did that. And then Kala is, exploring your Jewish identities. I say the programming of Kala is a lot more fun than ILTC. ILTC, it feels like more work in Kala. Kala is, it's like a Jewish summer camp. There are different like groups you can go to learn about stuff. Like I was in an October 7th conflict group, so I was learning about the different things happening because this was like right after. Yeah, it's fun.
Chelsea, you want to talk about CLTC?
Yeah, of course. So CLTC, I went last summer. It's around a 2-week program where teens, mostly 9th and 10th grade, but we also have some 8th graders that go. It is so much fun. I went there, the only person in my region, knowing absolutely no one. And instantly when I walked down the escalator, I was just rushed with hugs and people excited to see me. And I instantly made so many friends on the bus there. We have something called mock chapters, where you basically get to create your own chapter, like kind of what you guys are doing with starting Beth Ami, but for this you kind of have it already set and you get to choose your chapter name. You can run for a board, you get to put on events, so maybe it's you didn't get on your chapter board or you want to get more involved, you can do that. There's like a day where you can go out and go to a water park, and it's so much fun because I feel like the difference between BBYO summer programs and just regular camp is that normally regular camp, like everyone goes there every year. It's hard to kind of start new and like, of course it's fun and close, but BBYO is different. You go in there, no one knows anyone, and you instantly connect with so many people, and it's a completely different leadership. I remember going there a different person than the person I left as, and I remember this whole year after going on that program, I got more into leadership and I applied for more things, and I ended up becoming on regional board because I went, and I'm very happy.
And it's amazing that if you, again, like she said, did not start at Ramah or Alonim or any of those Jewish camps around here from the time you were a baby, it's hard to get in there. But versus BBYO, everybody's starting at the same time, and you can go summer after summer after summer with these friends that you meet from all over the globe.
I'm gonna add one more thing.
Please.
People that I met from my camp, I still see to this day. All my friends, like the people I went like with people that are like 2 years older than me. So everybody's graduated now, but I still see the people. Me and my friend group from camp, we all fly up to Arizona every year and stay at our friend's house like 3 times a year. I'm still so close with them. I know I'm gonna be friends with them for life. It's amazing.
Teens find their college roommates.
Yeah.
It's people go tour colleges and go stay with their BBYO friends in their colleges. It's really, really fun. And ultimately BBYOs, you get out exactly what you put in. If you put in, you just want to have fun and show up to a few events and whatever, absolutely, that's what you want, and we are here for that. But if you want to pour everything into it, you leave BBYO a different person. You leave with public speaking skills. I was the shyest teen. My parents, I almost didn't want to have a bat mitzvah because I was so scared of getting up on a bima and speaking in front of a group of people. And then I joined BBYO, and now this is my profession doing this, which it wouldn't have happened without BBYO. It's just an opportunity to find your voice as a young adult. And our teens go to college more prepared because they are held accountable to deadlines. They know how to plan a fundraiser. They know how to, again, plan an event like this. And there's so many ways to get involved.
One of the biggest things I think I've seen myself since joining is time management. We're always on schedule, and it's really helping me with school, anything else like that.
Absolutely.
Also, like working with people, I know in the future I'm gonna have jobs where you have to work with a variety of different people older than you, bosses, people that are maybe you're kind of being more of like a leader and boss to. And I've had so many different experiences working with codes, and you kind of like figure out how to work together and not by yourself and kind of like communicate better.
Absolutely. And again, they leave BBYO more passionate about their Jewish community than they came in. Even if they were raised the most conservative Jewish young teens or children, they leave passion in a different way because they were the ones leading their community, creating their community, and they go on to college to do the same, which is really special. Again, even if it's just they go to Hillel when they might not have before, because they're itching for a BBYO experience. They get that in college as well. So the next steps, so if you want to try out BBYO, you don't exactly know yet, but you just want to try it out and come to something in the fall, let Ariella know, let Rabbi Mark know, let the team know, and we can help you, try out BBYO. If you are already confident in joining, amazing. You can go to our BBYO website to sign up for membership, and we can get you a discount code and plug that in there and join the chapter. And mark your calendar for our first event back from summer break. You guys are getting us right at the start of summer break. All of our chapter leaders are electing their new boards this week, and then we go on summer break and they come back in the fall ready to go. And so that is happening August 30th, our fall kickoff, again, our yacht party. So that event is up if you'd like to sign up. It's open to both BBYO teams and teams just interested in learning more about BBYO and seeing what BBYO is all about. And of course, if you have any questions from this that you wanted resources or anything, you can email us at pwr@bbyo.org and we will get that to you. But I know that was a lot of information. Do you have any questions at all about anything you heard about BBYO at all?
Is there a chapter here at the synagogue?
Yes,
This
so
is the new chapter, yes.
our brand new chapter, Beth on Me BBYO, that we are so excited to work with the teams and the staff team to build.
I have a question.
Yes.
Hopefully we get more teens involved, but if it's limited in number, like is there a minimum number of kids to have the group, or could they?
When I first started, my chapter basically we were dead. You were thriving back, we started in the 60s, and then when I joined, there were I think 3 members in total. My first meeting, there were 9 of us, and right now we have 50 plus members. Just bring all your friends, bring everybody, tell everybody, just come. It's amazing.
So we have 3 levels of chapters in BBYO. We have startup, which is you all, where it's just learning about BBYO, seeing who wants to be involved. Then once you get 12 members, you are a temporary chapter, which is you have a board. You are starting to learn some of the traditions, all of that. And once you get, you feel comfortable that these 12 members plus are growing and you feel like you know BBYO, then you become a permanent chapter. And a permanent chapter just gets to be a part of the siblinghood. The founding members that helped it get to that point get their names put on the fancy certificate that gets mailed, and a lot of the synagogue chapters have it framed in the synagogue, which is super special. It's signed by the CEO and the whole thing. But yeah, so it doesn't matter. We're building and we hope to have it grow, but however many teens are interested, we're gonna make it a party.
And since they are just kind of starting, how will they be guided this first year?
Absolutely. So not only are they guided by staff members, we are helping them build it. Okay, here's the next step. Here's what we're recommending. But our lovely team leaders on our regional board, that is a huge part of their job, that they work with staff to help teach the team leaders in each chapter how to build a chapter, whether it's getting on a Zoom call of, okay, let's plan your next event together, and then I'll come to the event and help you lead it. Or if they are coming and doing it for the teams in the beginning, Chelsea would kill planning a meeting and showing everyone what a BBYO meeting is. Chelsea could lead the first one for you guys, but we work with the teams to figure out what they want it to be.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything to add on that?
I mean, yeah, it's kind of like you guys can also take everything with a grain of salt and kind of go even more with it. There's so many different kinds of meetings, events, like what we were saying, you kind of build your own chapter culture. So all of us are going to work with you guys to kind of figure out what are events that are tailored to everyone. In BBYO chapters, I would say it's more difficult. It's definitely a little bit more getting used to because I was originally in a just all girls chapter, but you kind of realize, there's some events that are more co-ed, where girls and guys, instead of bracelet making, we're doing tie-dye or a craft that more everyone gets involved in. So we work with kind of all of you guys to make those meetings for everyone and get feedback and figure out which is the best mix.
So they're handheld every step of the way until they tell us, we got it. We go, okay, we'll do check-ins. We'll make sure you feel good along the way, but it's your time to shine.
Is this the only one in Santa Clarita?
Yes, so far, this is our only one in Santa Clarita. And we are expanding all over Southern California every day. We had a meeting with Long Beach today, which is a new area for us. We are expanding to Palm Desert this year. I don't know if you 3 even know that, but Palm Desert reached out to us. So we are expanding every day and welcoming all these new Southern California communities to help them still feel connected, because we know Santa Clarita is a little bit smaller. And so helping them feel connected to the full Jewish community in this area, I think, is a fun new opportunity.
How often are the meetings?
Every chapter gets to decide. Some chapters that are permanent do it weekly. A lot of our startup chapters do it monthly. Some do it bi-weekly. You guys, do all your chapters do it weekly right now?
Yeah, we have weekly meetings.
We do it every Wednesday, and you know, as you go, as you meet new people, as you start the chapter, you make traditions. Like for us, our thing has always been going to get food after our meetings. We all go to dinner together. Most of us are like seniors, juniors. You know, we all drive. We've had licenses for a year. You guys are comfortable. You can drive your kids. You know. Yeah, we go to dinner. It's a great time. That's when you really get close with everybody. Not just at the meals.
It's really something to look forward to, every week. Whether you're like stressed out with school, I always have, Wednesday night with the buddies to enjoy.
Yeah.
It's also like nice to kind of like what Ryan said, get away from school, or if you have sports or stress or something. It's just a fun place to kind of go that's nearby where you can just see your friends, have a good time. And we don't even just have like weekly or bi-weekly meetings. We have events or joint chapter events where we might have like a Shabbat on a Friday, or we did for my chapter a Havdalah bonfire, which was really fun. We did it at Bachweiler. So there's a ton of different events you can do as well.
And BBYO has a lot of tools to help them guide them on planning these events. We have a program bank of hundreds of programs planned by teens all over BBYO. So if they're still learning, go find one that sounds fun, and you have the doc already made for you. You just read the script and get the supplies, and it's made for you to help guide them in the beginning. No questions at all. Thank you. Thank you for listening. I know it's a lot of information, but we're so grateful for your interest in learning more about BBYO. We'll stay back if anybody has any specific questions for myself or our wonderful teams. Again, if you want to find us, pwr@bbyo.org. We'll send an email to you all after to, get you all the links and everything needed. But thank you all so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yay, thanks guys. Awesome. Great.
Check us out. We're on Instagram too. You can see all the little events
Yeah.
every day. BBYO.
We do have a TikTok. It's our Teens Pride and Joy.
PWR BBYO.
If you want to give us any contact information for us to reach out to you to give you more information, feel free.
Yeah.
I have no jobs.
I'm sorry.